The Weekly Warp Pipe.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Weekly Warp Pipe, a podcast dedicated to retro video games, 80s and 90s toys, and all things nostalgia. We are part of the Dorkening podcast network, and we're brought to you by Deadly Grounds Coffee. This week, we're jumping in the Warp Pipe and going back, taking a look at 90s game shows, mostly kids' game shows that you remember watching growing up. Maybe you guys remember some of these. Maybe not. Maybe we'll discover a new show. Maybe you could go back and watch it. Before we get into it, though, guys, here's a quick word from our sponsor.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds Coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
All right. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Weekly Warp Pipe. I'm Russ Lyman.
I'm NES Addict.
Fantastic. Great to be here. We're going to be chatting about game shows back in the 90s. Tons of them. There's a whole bunch of them. We're not going to get to all of them. I was kind of focusing more on maybe like the kids-based ones there. We don't have to talk about Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, right? You guys all know those have been on forever. They're still on now. Kind of the ones in the past where they're not on anymore, too.
Yeah. I'd like to find some of those. I don't know if they stream them anywhere or if you have to buy like DVD sets.
Yeah. I mean, some of them might be on YouTube, people that uploaded them like illegally or something. So might be in parts. But yeah, I don't know if any of these game shows have like DVD sets, like if that was a thing then, or maybe VHS tape sets.
I'll have to get on and do some eBaying and see.
Yeah, maybe you guys can let us know if maybe this is one of your favorite shows and you're like, oh yeah, I got it on DVD. Who knows? What's one on the list here? We got a list of about like maybe 8 or 9, and we asked you guys as well, so maybe there'll be some on there that we haven't discussed.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go for it and kick it off with Double Dare.
Double Dare, absolutely. The gross game of challenges.
That's right. Hosted by Mark Summers.
So I've heard, I don't know if this is true, but I heard Mark Summers was like very OCD, like very clean freak. And it's like for him to be the host of a show that everything gets messy.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it drove him insane.
I don't know how true that is, but
I don't know. All I know is he was a great host. He always had cool hair, kind of cool 90s outfits and button-up shirts. He kind of reminded me of like Uncle Joey from Full House.
Yeah. I could see that totally for sure.
But Double Dare. I mean, I remember watching that on Nickelodeon at my grandma's house because I didn't have cable back then.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so much fun to watch all the challenges. And then, at the end, there's like is it like a gauntlet? Like
big old obstacle course. Yeah. A different challenges that you're going through.
And wasn't it like per each challenge you won like a different item? Like, and if you get the flag, across the bridge, you get this new Super Nintendo, and then if you make it past that and through the jungle, you'll get this brand new telescope. Wasn't it kind of like that, or am I making that up?
I like the prizes that you're coming up with. I could be here. We got the wiki page up here. We can kind of see
wiki.
The main game. Oh, there was each team on the original Double Dare and Super Sloppy Double Dare.
Ooh, Mark Summers.
Never heard of that one. See, each round begins with a toss-up physical challenge. Both teams compete, with the winning team receiving both initial control of the round and money for their score. Let's see if it says about prizes. The second round plays the same as the first, with questions values doubled. Where do they get onto the prizes here? Physical challenges are often messy stunts that a team has to perform in a specific time, usually 20 or 30 seconds, although occasionally 10 to 15 seconds. The team wins money and retain control for competing the stunt. Otherwise, the money and control pass to their opponents. That's right. I think you got the choice to do the challenge or not, or you could give it to the other
Or you
team.
could pass it. So it's
And
kind of
then
like
if they fail, then you would get the points.
you can kind of size it up. Like, is this good for our family? You know, like if you got like a really good basketball player, maybe it's shooting baskets or something.
Right. And
You
you're
know,
like, I don't think we can do it. So then you
or if it's
pass it on
like
to them.
if it would have been me, I'd be like, no, I'm terrible at basketball. Let's pass it to Russ's team.
Oh, what about this? For example, pies in the pants. A contestant has to catch a set number of pies in a pair of oversized clown pants with a specific time limit.
Sounds like so much fun.
And what is this one hit? They're all in like a bowl
There's
of spaghetti.
That's
Dude, trying to
amazing.
catch a meatball in a bowl of spaghetti.
That's awesome.
I want to be the person that was like designing like these challenges.
Yeah.
The Sunday slide being prepared on a 1987 Double Dare obstacle course. So he's putting whipped cream and all that. So you're going to come down the slide, and then you're going to have to find what the flag and all
Oh yeah.
in Sundayness. So it's either there or the iconic big nose where you're digging through the snots to find the flag at the end of the challenge.
That's right. You gotta find that flag. I'm picking my nose for those of you that can't see. I'm trying to find a flag, but all I find is some boogers
or some gold.
Some gold.
Yeah, super cool concept, really fun. I remember watching it. It came up on we were watching the Goldbergs.
Oh yeah.
And they had like tryouts that came to their school, and they did like a small course there.
I love the Goldbergs so much.
So that was a fun one. So yeah, Double Dare. It said originally Nickelodeon 1986 to 87, then 1990 to 93, year 2000. Then it took a break and came back 2018 and 2019.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find it on YouTube or somewhere because I'm down to watch some Double Dare now.
So
Plus, I kind of want my kids to see it.
Right, to be like, what are these wild challenges that these?
What are these
doing?
wild and crazy kids?
I was gonna say, wasn't that a show, Wild and Crazy Kids?
Yeah, it was.
Good transition. I'm trying to remember how was that different from Double Dare?
I think it just had a different name.
Wild and Crazy Kids, American television.
All I remember was the font, and they wore different colored T-shirts. Other than that, I couldn't tell you what happened on Wild and Crazy Kids.
I think it's coming back to me. The T-shirts. I wish there was more pictures on this here. Here, we'll go to images. Wild and Crazy. It's going to bring up. Here we go. Nickelodeon. Wild and Crazy Kids. That's right. So that you got different colored teams. So yellow shirts, blue shirts, and all that.
You got to look out for those blue shirts. They look pretty strong.
But what was the show about?
I can't remember. Let's go to Wiki and find out.
Each episode, contestants of 3 games with one host. Let's see. The teams were identified by the color of shirts they wore. Games varied in style. Many were takeoffs on playground games, sports with unusual rules at it, or messy games involving pies or slime. Always pies and slime.
Always pies and slime.
Majority of the shows were filmed at various community parks and beaches in the greater Los Angeles area. Let's see. So 22 minutes long. How many episodes? 75 episodes, and it aired July 4th, 1990 through December 1992.
Wow. Right before my 9th birthday.
Playground games included a giant game of Simon Says, which looked more like a comedy routine by leader Brian Seaman. Red Light, Green Light. Cops and Robbers. Played on the set of Miami Vice. Spectacular at Universal Studios Hollywood. That's kind of cool. Tug of War. I'm naming all these games now. We just described Squid Games.
Dude, you know what's funny? I was literally thinking, I wonder if like whoever made Squid Games was like obsessed with Wild and Crazy Kids. That is so funny. That is literally exactly what I was thinking.
So interesting. Yeah, I definitely seen this show here and there. It didn't stand out as much, but Wild and Crazy Kids for sure.
Yeah.
What about another class? With most of these, it could have just been all the Nickelodeon, I guess, game shows. What
Yeah.
about Guts?
Guts. Do you have enough guts? I don't remember the whole line, but yeah, Guts was awesome. Once again, I can't differentiate it from Double Dare or Wild and Crazy Kids. So unfortunately, let's read about it because I don't remember.
Well, the main thing I know about Guts is at the end, you had to climb the Astro Crag.
The Aggro Crag.
The Aggro Crag. I thought
Yeah,
it was
okay,
Astro
I
from
remember
space. So it's a big giant mountain and you're climbing up it and these boulders are coming down from you. And, if you get hit, you fall off. But if you got to the top, you ended up getting the trophy and a piece of that.
The Aggro Crag.
And it was like neon green lit up or something like that.
Oh,
I've
man.
seen one come up, I think, on eBay for like a couple $100.
Why would somebody sell that?
I bet you it's on eBay right now. I don't know if anyone bought it. Let's see, Guts. Is it Astro or Aggro?
It's Aggro.
Aggro.
Oh, dude, it's a replica Aggro Crag.
Oh, you got a replica one?
It's green with like 3 lights on it.
I'm not even spelling it correctly.
AGGROCRAG.
Oh, because I'm putting a K. I'm being cool. Using a K. There we go. Oh, yeah. Here's like replica tiny ones for $45.
Yeah.
There's like keychain ones. Let's see. Sold items, though. I could have sworn someone had an actual one up there at least at one point. Yeah, these are all like $25. I mean, I can get one of those and throw it on the shelf.
There you go. You can be the Guts winner. Dude, look at this thing. That's the actual Aggro Crag.
Oh, you're like showing the
pink and blue lights. It looks pretty intense, doesn't it?
Well, so it's divided up between the different players and which section they get to go up. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because you got like 3 challengers at once, right?
Right. And it had like, smoke machines on there. The whole 9 essentially was
crossbows like shooting at you.
All right, let's see. Nickelodeon Guts. Sports competition series hosted by Mike O'Malley. I don't think I remember him. It ran from 92 to 95. Each episode featured 3 young athletes competing against each other in 4 extreme versions of athletic events, culminating in a 5th and final round, which was set 3 competitors to race up the artificial mountain to decide the victor.
Yeah, okay. I'm starting to remember this now.
Okay, let's see. Well, most of these events included the use of elastic harnesses. Others made use of wave pool, and sometimes racing tracks is used. Competitors are awarded points based on their performance in each event. First place in each event is worth 300 points. The player with the most points after all 5 events won the game and received the Gold Guts medal and a Fox glowing piece of the Aggro Crag.
Yeah.
The contestants are introduced in the breaks between events in a segment dubbed Spill Your Guts.
That's right. They tell you about the person.
This is Russ. He loves Nintendo and drives a Mario Kart. His favorite sports are whatever.
He's from Connecticut and he's got too many YouTube channels to name.
He's lucky to be in this event with his dad bod. That's cool. The Crag, the 5th and final event. Each episode pits 3 contestants to race and climb, called the Aggro Crag in seasons 1 and 2. I didn't know this. Then they changed it to the Mega Crag in season 3.
Crag.
And then the Super Aggro Crag on Global Guts.
Global Guts. Guess they were trying to be inclusive.
Global Guts, spin-off featuring competitors from various countries.
That's it.
Makes sense. And then what is this? Nickelodeon's Guts All-Stars.
Maybe former competitors that like really succeeded.
I guess we're all 3 best from the previous seasons. Mike, Superman, Schmidt, Jana the Warrior Waring, and Keela the Maniac Mar- Marchawauka. I can't even say these names.
Say
Jeez.
that 5 times. Was the first one Schmidt? Like Schmidt's Creek? Like
Maybe it's SCHMIDT. Schmidt.
I don't think you can say that, Russ.
I don't know.
This is rated PG.
So that was Guts, Nickelodeon Guts.
Nickelodeon Guts. Yeah, okay, cool. Guts, sweet. This is the one that I remember a little more about. Legend of the Hidden Temple.
Absolutely. The big old face on there that would talk. Well, he had a name too. Now I'm forgetting his name. Do you know remember his name?
I
Ed.
just made that up. No, but it was like he looked like the stone. What is it called? The Stone Island.
Oh, you're thinking of Easter Island or
Easter
something?
Island, yeah, like the people on Easter Island, kind of like that. But he would like talk and stuff and light up. He had red eyes that lit up. So, and he would kind of tell you what like secrets of the challenge. But what I remember most about this was like the names of the logos on their clothes.
Absolutely.
It was like, all right, you're the purple cheetahs, you're the gold monkeys, you're the you're the yellow toucans or whatever.
I guess it's purple toucans because I'm
Purple
looking at the
toucan.
pictures.
Yeah,
The green monkeys.
green monkeys.
Yeah. I don't think. What did you say before the
It was cheetahs, right? Something cheetah.
Let's see here. I'll go to our wiki page so you guys can see what they're
Purple
called.
parrots.
Was it? Yeah, purple parrots.
Silver snakes.
The silver snakes.
It's up at the top. I saw it. I was reading it.
Where was that? I don't see
orange iguanas, green monkeys.
Yep. You can get these shirts too.
Red jaguars and blue barracudas.
There we go. So yeah, I've seen these shirts for sale like online. So if you want to represent that, Legends of the Hidden Temple had 3 seasons, 120 episodes, and let's see, when did it run? Those are the producers. Oh, here we go. 93 to 95 on Nickelodeon. So
that was a good time. That was like a pretty popular time for those shows, 93 to 95.
Right. Like that was strike while the iron's hot, basically.
Wow. It began airing September 11th, 1993. How ironic is that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Show originally aired on weekends at 6:30. In that time slot, it increased the Nielsen rating from 1.5 to 2. Due to this success, the show began airing weekdays at 5:30 p.m. So I guess it did well, and they're like, all right, let's give it a bump.
Yeah.
Gameplay. The set design of Legends of the Hidden Temple was based on the Indiana Jones movies and Marina Arberg. I don't know who that is. We'll just go with Indiana Jones.
Yep.
It's described as a combination of Jeopardy and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Set design has been described as Mayan. It included areas for different types of physical challenges, with like pools of water, emotes, set of steps, the steps of knowledge, vertical labyrinth, the hidden temple. At the temple's gate was a talking
Olmec
head.
Yeah, Olmec. Yep.
So it wasn't Bob. So round 1 was the moat. 6 teammates attempted to cross a narrowing swimming pool known as the moat in a pre-described manner. Round 2 was the steps of knowledge. Olmec began the round by telling the remaining teams the episode's legend and the featured artifact, which became the theme for the remainder of that's right, because at the end they were going through the temple, and they had to find the artifact within that and grab it before
that's right,
the stone monsters would come out and grab them.
It would be like an Aladdin's lamp or something like that, like a.
And that's cool that they would change. It's not the same thing every episode. So props to them to like switch it up. And then you're also learning like this kind of like heritage of like maybe Mayan culture or whatever they decided.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Definitely a fun one. I think I did hear, I don't know if anything will come in. I did hear they were going to try to bring this back though.
Sweet.
I thought there were newer episodes.
I don't know. Yeah. But it was a great show.
Oh, there was a movie in 2016. It says. Maybe that's what I was thinking about, a movie or something coming back.
Weird.
Legends of the Hidden Temple movie. I don't know.
For some reason it reminds me of Temple Run. That was like a game that was popular on iPhone about 12 years ago.
I do.
Where you were this little
game.
guy running through a very similarly staged like Mayan ruins with like 3 monkeys chasing you.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. We'll do one more before we take a quick break. Jay said he doesn't know too much about this one here, but I definitely remember watching this one a ton, and that's Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
That's all I remember is the song.
The song was catchy. I mean, I tell you that.
I think it had a cartoon too at one point.
It did have a cartoon, yeah. So they took it a little bit step further, and it did have a video game. So it had the only thing I guess it didn't have was toys. Usually you get all, I mean, maybe it did, and we just never seen them. I guess you could just grab. What are they going to sell? Like the red jacket and the fedora hat that she wears,
or maybe there's a action figure. I'm googling it now.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego was another fun game show, and it basically tried to give kids some knowledge, worldly knowledge, essentially mixed up into this. So they'll be asking questions. Let's see, game show based on a computer game series. So it was based on the computer game first. Show was hosted by Greg Lee. Series videotaped in New York. Let's see what it breaks down. The show was
in 1996. Wendy's came out with a Happy Meal, kids meal that featured like 6 different items from Carmen Sandiego.
Oh, okay. So something close there. Each episode consisted of 3 middle school age contestants, 10 to 14 years of age, competing against one another, answering geographic related trivia questions to determine the location of one of Carmen Sandiego's cronies, eventually Carmen herself. Throughout the program, the contestants are referred to as gumshoes, in reference to fledgling detectives just starting out in the profession.
These 2 gumshoes.
So there's like
through the cracks.
So there's a little on-set picture there. And they had Acme on there, so that kind of reminded me of like Looney Tunes. Yeah, and all that. Like they had that brand in there, but some images, there's Carmen herself, classic, red like jump coat or raincoat, big hat.
It's like April O'Neil but red,
right?
And she has no eyes.
No eyes. She was basically like I'm gonna say not a detective, but a
spy.
No, it's like not a thief, cat burglar, or I guess a thief. She would steal like different relics across the world, so you're trying to find her. That was the main concept of this there. But yeah, they did have the cartoon series that came out, which is pretty sweet.
Looks like a Ninja Turtle background.
Oh yeah, I could almost see the art style.
Yeah.
Then I remember, I think at the climactic thing, there was a big map, and you would be at your podium and they would answer questions, and you would have to run to the map and be like, Africa, and like put the thing down. They're like, Brr, and you're like, oh, okay, I gotta go over here. It's Europe. And they're like, okay, ding, 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 run back. And you would have to like put the flags down, and then eventually you would either catch Carmen or she would escape, and then you didn't win the prize. But yeah, I definitely remember the theme song the most. And if it came on, I'd put it on. Whether I learned anything about geographical stuff, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe none of it got retained.
Well, that's okay, Russ.
There's other ways to learn.
That's right.
It's like video games.
That's right.
Well, guys, if you want to check out some other cool podcasts that are on the Dorkening Podcast Network, then listen to this.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Steven,
And I'm Ron.
and we're the hosts of the Super Retro Throwback Reviews audio podcast.
If you like to hear the latest pop culture news with some smart-ass commentary as well as the latest movie reviews, then check us out.
Not to mention, we are a multi-award nominated and now an award-winning podcast, so we're doing something right.
God knows how that happened.
So check us out on all major podcasts and distributors, and check out Super Retro Throwback Reviews on all social media platforms.
And we're back. All right, we asked you guys on our various social media pages what you thought about 90s game shows. Maybe you remember some. We got Instagram, Facebook, and our YouTube page, so be sure to be following us. Just the weekly Warp Pipe. So let's hear what you guys had to say.
What did you say? What did you say?
Springfield, let's hear from you.
I love that.
Love it. All right, let's see. This is on our this Instagram page.
Ooh.
Retroholics. I love Figure It Out on Nick. I don't know if you remember that one. Figure It Out.
I saw it like when I was doing some research for this, but I don't remember Figure It Out at all.
We'll have to let me do a quick Google search here. Figure
Sounds
out.
like I need to figure it out.
Nick. Any of this? Look, there's slime involved. Look at that.
Of course. Oh, there's Pete and Pete. Oh, you know what? I think I remember them talking about it, and it had like celebrities from Nickelodeon
Okay,
that you kind of like partnered with almost
gotcha.
from afar.
So Figure It Out. I can't say I'd seen that, so maybe I'll have to check that one out. Cup of Retro. Eric says Legends of the Hidden Temple. What was the one with the locker room? Is he talking about you can't do that on television? I think that was
where they come out of the lockers and they're like, "Hey, blah blah blah."
right. If he's talking about that, that's more of
That's
a
a TV
sitcom,
show.
like
Yeah.
sitcom, and they would also get slimed on that as well.
Yeah,
Tyler says, "Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?"
there you go.
I love that one in a catchy theme song. Mike says, "Physical challenge."
Isn't that just from Double Dare? Physical challenge.
That might be because I posted a picture of the Double Dare here.
Yeah.
David Apuzzo, Legend of the Hidden Temple, Guts, and Nick Arcade.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about Nick Arcade here in a minute.
And then Mike again chimed in with Wild and Crazy Kids, Nick Arcade, and Guts.
Yep.
Definitely classic ones. Facebook, what do we got on Facebook? Matthew Durkin says Double Dare was amazing as a kid and really set the stage for a bunch of great shows to follow. Nickelodeon Guts, Legend of the Hidden Temple, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, and American Gladiators were also some of my favorites.
Yeah, American Gladiators was awesome.
Awesome. Tim Robbins says Supermarket Sweep.
Huh. I don't
Did you
remember
ever
that.
see that one?
I don't think so.
Supermarket Sweep. I think I vaguely remember this one here.
What, do you like run around and get like some Teddy Grams or something?
Get some Teddy Grabs.
Maybe some giggles.
This is probably so. This show's must have been going on for a while. There's the Jolly Green Giant. This looks
Ho
like
ho ho.
early
Sorry.
80s. I
That's
think
awesome.
essentially you were in a superstore, and eventually at the end you would go through all the aisles and grab a bunch of stuff, and maybe you had to get to a certain like money wise, maybe only spend a certain amount.
Probably within like a parameter, like you couldn't spend more than 100, but you couldn't spend less than 95. You know, like right in the sweet spot. Maybe, I don't know.
Possibly.
I'm making that up.
Then over on our YouTube page, I asked the same thing as well. We got a few comments on here. M&J Games says definitely Guts, Legends of the Hidden Temple, and Nick Arcade. Seventh Angel AD says, "Am I the only one who remembers Maximum Drive and Masters of the Maze? I also enjoyed watching I'm Telling as well."
Yeah,
I don't think I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah, what channel was that on?
That's true. I wonder if it wasn't on Nickelodeon. I guess I wasn't watching it. Mike chimed in again. Saturday, Nick was where it's at. Wild and Crazy Kids, Nick Arcade, and Double Dare.
Yep.
Pure Profit. Some of my favorites were Figure It Out, XUXA. Don't know what that is. And Video Power.
Video Power.
Nice. Tony says Guts, Legend of the Hidden Temple, Double Dare, Nick Arcade, and What Would You Do?
I remember What Would You Do just a little bit.
Let me see. What would
What would you do?
game show?
Nickelodeon.
Was it on Nickelodeon? Oh yeah, here it is.
I remember that eyeball for sure because it would blink.
The logos of like the 90s are great.
They are.
Is
Mark
it,
Summers.
I was saying, is that the same host?
That guy made millions off game shows.
I guess. Hey, stick to it. What would you do? Full episode. Yeah, 92.
Did you say snick to it?
I wish I did. Look at the pie pod.
That thing. Oh, I remember the pie pod. It would sling pies in your face.
Okay, yeah, I tried to zoom in on the picture. Okay, so I'll have to check some of those out there.
Pie pod. Yeah.
And we had one more Andy. Andy from the YouTube channel, The 90s Are Rad, said, Hidden Temple is the best.
Hidden Temple was so good.
I'll have to see about that movie that they came up with there. I don't know. I feel like it could still work as a game show now.
Totally. What do you want to talk about next? We still got American Gladiators.
Yes. Now I did watch that a bunch.
Yeah.
The main thing is like the names of the gladiators, right?
Yeah, like what would it be like Axel,
Laser,
Blazer.
Blazer.
There was probably Blazer too. I was gonna say that. Can't think of any more.
I'm gonna look them up. Gladiators show. They definitely had some awesome names. 89. Okay, it started in 89. Let's show you guys here. Oh, and they did a revival in 2008. All right, where are the gladiators? Changes, events. Here's the events. List the gladiators.
Blaze.
Gladiator and their name. Okay, Malibu. Some of these are the girls. Lace, Zap, Nitro. That one stood out. Yep, there is Blaze and Laser.
Bronco.
Titan, Bronco. Diamond. Thunder. Turbo. Storm. Tower. Viper. Cyclone. Electra. Siren. I'm just kind of bouncing around. Hawk. Tank.
Thunder. Tower. Turbo. Did you already say Viper?
Yeah, I think I said those.
Atlas. Cyclone. Electra.
Pretty good.
Havoc.
So this
Lace
was
number 2.
basically you go up again, you get these average Joe schmoes, and you go up against the gladiators in different events. One of the main one I definitely remember was the when you stood on the towers and you had the what would you call
Joust?
them? The joust, and you trying to hit him off the tower.
They're going skate or die.
Right.
That's on the NES game. The not Skate or Die, but the American Gladiator NES game. That part's pretty fun, actually.
I think it's also if you played Bart versus the Juggernauts, kind of gives me that American Gladiators vibe.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that was on the Game Boy.
Oh, that's why. Game Boy sucks.
What? The Game Boy sucks. Game Gear all the way. If you guys listen to past episodes, you know what's up. Let's see. Does it have what the competitions are? 4 competitors, 2 men, 2 women in most episodes. The player are referred to throughout the series as the contenders. Events. 6 to 8 events were played per show. Okay, so here's some of the events here. Hang Tough, Assault, Joust / Whiplash, Gauntlet, Tug of War. Oh, I remember they had to go through the I know eventually they got to a section where the gladiator had like a cannon that would shoot these balls out at like 70 miles an hour, and you had to go to different stations and you'd have like one shot at this station to try to hit the gladiator, or like I don't know if you had to hit him or like a target above
probably a
his
target
head,
triggered something,
and you'd like dive and roll to the next one.
That's so fun.
If you watch Mark Roberg, he on his YouTube channel, he built this warehouse studio thing with his stuff that he does, and he has one of those guns in there, and he actually had one of the gladiators come out to like christen it,
Wow.
and he was like driving around on like a go-kart down, and he was like getting shot at.
It almost sounds like Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory.
Oh, okay.
Just where anything you could think of comes true. You want a gun that shoots balls? Here you go.
Here you go. Can you think of any other I guess
The
game
only other
shows you
one
want to
that
talk
I
about?
the only other one that I think we should hit up on was Nick Arcade.
Yes, Nick Arcade. Let me look
Because
that baby up.
obviously it was about video games,
Yes.
games.
The video games.
I don't know if it was arcades or just games in general. Like,
So here's some still images you could check out with the contestants here. Oh look, so here's the back. They got Sonic 2.
ooh,
They're showcasing
Gun Knack.
Gun Knack.
Wow,
What are their?
it's kind of an expensive NES game.
Oh, looks like they're playing Atari here. I can see the paddles.
Oh, the Pong paddles.
Yeah. Those are cut off, so you can't really see those arcade games. But I wonder if it's almost like a first look at some of these games. You know,
Yeah,
basically this show was I would say inspiration from what the Wizard had as their big game show, like the movie The Wizard.
yeah,
And he had like the Armageddon.
yeah.
And they were so I'm sure took inspiration from Nick Arcade.
You mean the other way around? Nick Arcade took inspiration from the Wizard.
Did the Wizard come out first?
What? Oh, does that say 1992? Yeah, the Wizard came out in 90
Really?
because it was right at Super Mario Brothers 3. Remember?
Right.
So I bet it was the other way around. They're probably, wow, what a great idea. Let's do
What a
that.
great idea. Let's see. Shows were taped December 1991 and aired early 92.
Yeah, Wizard came first.
Wow, how about that? Okay. In Nick Arcade, 2 teams and contestants played 2 individual trivia rounds, with the winner advancing to the video zone to play against the virtual video game wizard of the day.
How fitting is that? They even stole the name. Video game wizard.
What, imagine you're playing against Fred Savage.
Or what's the little kid's name?
Danny?
California
Kid. Let's see. Oh, so here's the games. These aren't actual games then. I don't know. Meteoroids, Laser Surgeon, Brainstorm, Battle of the Bands, Star Defenders, Post Haste. Oh, look, a side-scrolling race-type game where players control the mailman trying to dodge obstacles, inspired by Paperboy.
Oh.
So I wonder if some of them... So they probably could only get the licenses maybe for certain games.
Or maybe they made up their own games, but then showcased a couple real games for like maybe the final challenge or something.
Right. Let me
I'm
see.
guessing what happened here. I don't know.
Does it show any of...
Sorry, guys, for bringing you such quality content where I don't know anything about any of these things.
Level 2, season
We're
2.
learning together.
That's it. The pilot. The show taped 4 pilots with a videotape of one of the episodes available. The format was the same, but there were some differences. There's celebrities that Joey Fatone, later a member of NSYNC, appeared on season 1, episode 14.
Wow.
The cast of Clarissa Explains It All, Salute Your Shorts, and Welcome Freshmen appeared on 3 celebrity episodes.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Attempted revival in 2015 that they tried to redo it here. Yeah, so I don't know, see where I guess they got the actual games, like what you would play.
Yeah. The Video Zone was actually a 5-action video game with 3 levels using video monitors to see themselves. So were they like in the game?
That's right. I do remember that.
That's cool.
Let's see. I wonder here if I can bring up some visual of that. Nick Arcade Video Zone. Yeah, I think it was like a green screen action going on.
That's kind of cool.
Oh, yes. Here we go. This one here. I don't know if you guys will hear audio, but you could see it.
So were they like superimposed onto like a game background?
Yeah. Like you see how it's working?
Yeah.
So they would like run back and forth and kind of touch something on the wall, which would interact with. It's almost like a very primitive like Windows game or something like that.
So it's like they're actually doing the challenge, but there's a green screen, so it looks like they're in a video game.
Yes.
So what you're seeing on TV at home probably is very different from what the player's experiencing at the studio.
Right, because there was probably like a green ladder for them to climb down that or whatever.
Right.
This they're probably laying on the ground and crawling on the floor to hit.
Right. With it being taped overhead. Enchanted fight. It's like you versus Elsa.
Oh, you're on. It's like Aladdin. You're on a carpet.
You just jumped over a dinosaur and he's ducking under people shooting lasers at him.
And you have to get the coins and stuff, so a certain amount of coins. I dig it.
Yeah, kind of fun. That dog just bit that kid's face off. Not really.
I definitely remember this. Yeah. And then, so you're climbing the trees. So very interactive here. So I'm not sure when you got to actually play, Sonic the Hedgehog or whatever, like it shows in the.
It's possible they were just in the background for like advertising purposes too. Maybe they never even got to play them.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, you guys can let us know in the comments.
Educate us. Edumacate us.
If you guys want to call in and give us some topic ideas or let us know how we're doing on the podcast, you can at 949-682-9277 or catch us on the web at theweeklywarpipe.com. We got all sorts of merch there. You can pick up a mug, stickers, magnets, t-shirts. Jay's got a mug as well.
With nothing. Oh, there's a guitar pick in there.
Guitar pick. I got water in mine. Or catch us every Saturday and Wednesday for new episodes of the Weekly Warp Pipe. And yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, dude. We're on to season 2, Russ.
I know. Oh yeah, because I think I labeled season 2 at the start of January, but I guess it could be when we pass the year now. This would be season 2, episode 2.
Going into year 2. This is crazy.
Year 2. So hey, if we get the topics keep coming in, then we won't run out of episodes because we'll continue to do it.
That's it.
Sweet. Well, appreciate you guys listening every week. As always, I'm Russ Lyman, and keep your world fun bit by bit.
Peace out.